I believe that what we signed today is extremely important. Nuclear projects, whether big or medium-sized or even small, require an initial capital investment which is significant. And one of the, if not obstacles, one of the problems that nuclear has had historically is the lack of access to finance. Because of a number of situations, some of them having to do with a bad image of nuclear energy, in a certain sense, the Presidio was referring to this in the past. Some banks, international institutions, were reluctant. But with passage of time and the safety record of nuclear and the ability to demonstrate by the industry, you know, banks are conservative, of course, in what they finance. There has been an important change, which was initiated earlier this year when I signed with the president of the World Bank a similar agreement. So when the World Bank sent this, you know how it happens in the economy in general, when there is a sign from the leading institutions, the leading financing institutions in the world, that there is no problem, basically, to put it in plain English. There is really no problem, no technical problem, no fundamental problem in financing. Of course, this will be the sovereign decision of the Philippines, but the IAEA will be an indispensable partner in that. If you talk about conditions, yes, the conditions are there to do it. In terms of the IAEA and the Board of Governors, I think, you know, the IAEA within the, if you want, the galaxy of international organizations is one of the most important that exist. Because of the spectrum of its activity. We're talking here about recycling plastics, but with the IAEA you talk about cancer, you talk about nuclear weapons, you talk about non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, you talk about development of nuclear energy, you talk about technical cooperation. I mean, it's a very wide, a very strategic mission. And of course, the Board of Governors is that. It's the governing body. It is clear that the Philippines is in a process of analyzing, evaluating the possible introduction of nuclear energy to the country. The IAEA is, of course, the global platform for nuclear cooperation in the world. So it is natural that we have this conversation today, of course, at the level of the President, to evaluate what steps the country is taking and how best to cooperate in this effort. So this is by way of an introduction, and of course I will be glad to address any more